name's Fluffy the Destroyer, and welcome to my YouTube channel. Yeah, it looks like there's a video on Greenlight that has been accepted or voted for some odd reason. And this is where I start to question Greenlight's sanity, let's say. Like, let's take a look at this. Greenlight. It was an idea at first from Steam to release a lot of games. Alright, just to give the community's opinion on a game. Because it looks like the small group at first of people, it looks like that was not enough, or that didn't work well. I don't know why. It did work well. I don't know, it perhaps just like there's not enough games, so we're not making enough money. I think money and profit is behind this decision. And then Greenlight came and, like, hell, on their webpage, 1st of August, 50 games released. 11th of July, 75 games released. A month earlier than that, 75 games. 3 weeks before that, 75 games. 28th of May, 75 games. It goes on and on and on and on and on like that. It's never ending. It's shovelware, as people may call it. Well, here we have, from Digital Home Studios, Slaughtering House, released on Halloween. Guess what happened with that one? I don't know why, like I said, it got through the Steam Greenlight. I think it doesn't take much. You create a couple of 100 accounts, which is really easy to do, and you just upvote your game. You can easily abuse the system. And it got through. It's like a fucking mess. It's a zombie FPS arena style shooter. You kill zombies, you get cash, you upgrade your guns, and it sucks. It's like the gameplay is very thin. There was a video from Jim Sterling. I like the guy, and it's not even a review. Just to make sure that it's really clear, it's not a review. What he does with his QWERTY plays are not reviews, not at all. It's barely a first impression. Like, most of the time, he just turns on the game and he plays it. If it fucks up, it fucks up. And I don't think he's going to edit it. There's actually a game out there that's like 28 seconds long. You wanted to do a multiplayer, like, part of the video of the game, but there was no public matches or something. So we made a 28-second video on that. Big failure. And that's what he did. That's what he does. It's QWERTY plays. Like, it's just his observations, first impressions you may call it, but it's barely a first impression. It's unprepared, unscripted. Nothing's fixed. You can't fix those games. You can't fix those. It's just impossible. And in other words, he said that the game was crap. It was very thin, a very odd decision game. Like, for example, there's some zombies and then there's some monsters. Like, why are those together? There's other couple of things. Like, I know that he was wandering around and like wandering around like, what the hell am I supposed to do here? There's barely any weapons or ammo or anything. Barely any information on screen except for the HUD, which is really bad. But hey, your game ain't perfect. Okay, no one's perfect. I can accept that. But why did this pass Greenlight? I don't know. Here's another thing on a website, on Rock Paper Shotgun. Tim Schafer on the end of Space Base DF9's development. Yeah, this is still, well, it's not on early access anymore, but that was an early access game. I did pay it, unfortunately. It looked good. The plan looked good. But unfortunately, Double Fine Production just decided to cut the game. It doesn't have any more money for it, for the development stage. And it got on Steam, it got on Greenlight, and like, the whole crappy process. And for some fucking reason, it went on and got through the Steam Greenlight process system. Why? I don't know. Like, this is an early access game. Shouldn't Steam do something as, listen, you guys, development team, game design team, you got early access. Okay, then what are your plans? Like, we are a platform. We're not publishers or so. Well, not your publishers, I guess. But shouldn't they act like they have something to say? Like, shouldn't they say, listen, where's your money? We want to make sure that you can't complete the game. If not, it's not going to happen. You're not going to get on our platform. Isn't that too much to ask? Like, this alone would fix a lot of issues. And where's the quality and where's the Q&A department on Steam Greenlight or in Steam? Who the hell voted that piece of shit? Really? There's tons of games like Air Control. For some reason, it says like it's man. I'm not even gonna go into that. But this game alone is, I would say was, but still is, a piece of crap. It got through its Steam Greenlight. It's on Steam right now. You can still buy it now. Like, I don't care what the price is. You can pay your own money for that crap. I'm just sick and tired of that. Thank God, if you go on Steam right now, you can, like, customize your front page. Yeah, I don't have any more early access games on my Steam page. It feels so good. It's a big relief. No more early access games. No more free-to-play games. I don't want those. I just want good, quality games. That's what when I got on Steam a couple of years ago, that's what I wanted. They had good games. Unfortunately, they released like a ton. Like, there's a list per month that they released, and it's just getting out of control. They're getting abused all over the place. But I guess like any company, as long as the money keeps rolling in, then we're not going to do anything. I guess that's how they work. But now that they have, well, now that they released like, you can customize your front page, I guess they keep that data. Like, for example, I guess they know that I don't see the early access games, and I don't even see the free-to-play games. I don't care for those. I turned them off. I guess they have that on their system, like this whole list of people that they have. Like, what do people have turned off the most? I think that should be a clear message. Like, for example, I'm just assuming here that, I don't know, early access games, people hate that to see on the front store. Well, they do something about that. Not only from the front store, as in, okay, well, we're just going to relax on early access games. That should give a message to Steam that, okay, something's going on here with the early access games. What is it? What are people pissed about? Personally, I'm pissed that early access games are going on Steam and there's basically no promise. You can make a promise, but come on, man. My mother made promises to me when I was 10. Did she hold them? Not all the time. And yet she's someone very important to me. And yet she didn't give a crap at the end. Because there are reasons, you know. And for a developer, it's the same thing. They release games on early access. They tell, like, the world, this is only early access. Everything can happen. You're here to test it. Okay. So, in other words, they accept the fact themselves that they can go bankrupt or take your money and go away. And for example, maybe I'm just being paranoid here, which is really possible, but for space-based DF9, for Double Fine Studio, what makes you tell that those guys worked a lot of hours on space-based DF9? What if that game was made in a couple of 100 hours or a couple of 1,000 hours and that's it? Like, every update they did was fixed in time. Like, on that date we're going to release this update and so on and so on. We're going to make people think we worked. Like, you make people think you work like 1,000 hours, but you worked, I don't know, 150, and money keeps rolling in because of that. Because they see like constant updates. People like that. People like being updated on the game they spend money on, especially on early access. I may be paranoid here, but nothing proves to me that they worked a lot of hours on that game, or any game when it's in early access. Hell, look at Starbound. This is very risky for now, because Starbound is barely getting any updates for now. They might give you the excuse of, well, we have all the people and it took a lot of time to get all the people under one house in one place in one region. I'm a customer that bought your game. I don't fucking care about your personal social issues. I don't care. You should have thought about that from the start. Like, how can you comprehend that a game is supposed to be made in, I don't know, like, just a number here, like 1,500 hours all over the globe. Like, one people from the US, one person from the UK, and two others from, I don't know, India or something. And they all work on coding the game, on Starbound, for example. I'm just giving out, like, random numbers here and random... everything is just for an example here. And what makes you think that you can complete the game from the point that you release the news that, hey, we're making Starbound, and here are a couple of screenshots, and here's our plan, to full release? How is that possible? In my mind, it's not. Because if I see the plan, I'm gonna probably say, like, oh shit, this is big. We're not enough, or if we're going to work on this, it's going to be impossible. And I personally know, because I'm a computer technician, that if you work on, if you get more than one person to work on a project, long distance, it's going to be hell. Because the technology we have today, I'm sorry, but it sucks. Like, project management over long distance, it's not easy. It's very hard, because when you work for a certain amount of time on a game or on a project, and then there's another person who lives another place, and it gets even more harder because of that, their hours, first of all, are not the same. Like, for example, US and UK. Hours are not the same, so basically what they have to do is probably... they have to wait, or I have to wait, because, I don't know, probably I'm sleeping, and I'm working on the code, for example, then I gotta go to sleep, and then they have to work on the code. Should they work on the code that I'm working on? Because I didn't tell them. I didn't give any updates. Nothing at all. So, should they work on the same code, or work on something else? So, they have to lose 8 hours of their own time, of our time, to get an update on, hey, what should I work on, because you didn't say anything. You get the point now? Now, multiply that with 5 other people and a buttload of other project, I would say like project or workload. It's a mess. No one saw this in the Starbound development team. Wow, okay, it's just beyond me. It's possible. I just find this really hard to believe. Like, shouldn't there be, like, a brainstorm and a really big plan at first? Like, here's the roadmap, here's what we should do, and here's how it's going to be. And here's the assumption on how many hours and what people should work on. Like, that kind of thing. I don't know. It's like a big mess. And if you go on their website, like on Starbound's webpage, on on the Steam webpage, it's still early access, and frankly, they could turn around with their millions of dollars that they took from us, well, from that point, and they could close the thing down. They could keep the money as well. Nothing's stopping them. It's legal. It's not against the law. See what the problem is now with Steam? Because, like, those games, people buy those games with their hard-earned money. I do have a good pay, but still, it's not everyone that has that or can afford like a lot of games or so. So it's your hard-earned money. Like $60, that may seem nothing for one, but for another, it might be like an investment of like 100 hours, or the person wants that amount of hours out of their game because they're not rich. It's really possible. I accept that and I respect that. So when someone comes in to say, hey, we got a game to release and here's the thing, it's going to be early access, and then a couple of months later or a year or two later it says from the same team, well, I'm sorry, we're going to close it down because we don't have enough money. Wow. Just wow. I can't believe it. Steam has to do something about that. That's my say. How? I don't know, man. Maybe return to the old ways. Less games and more less, I would say at this point, less shovelware and a lot of more quality games. Because let's face it, for example, 50, that's the one from August. Like there's 50 games from August. Like Bionic Heart 2, Blackbird Online. What the hell? Cubic Castle? What? It's like games that I don't even know. Just from their name, it looks horrible. Yes, I'm judging at first sight, but which I shouldn't do. But still, like it's 50 games. What the hell? Wow, it's yuck. No, Run or Die, Shine, Soltis, Sun Age, Battle for Elysium. Oh, Verde Station. Oh, wow. Yeah, Jim touched that already. Oh, man. Anyways, my name's Fluffy the Destroyer. Thank you for watching this video. So if you do like it, rate, comment, and subscribe. If you don't, still comment. I want to hear about it. See you later.